And we are streaming. Hello everybody, welcome to Stars of Confusion for the 7th of August. We already have 4 people in the queue, so we're going to get this started right now. So it is Prospero, Zolaflair, myself, and Berserk Bark going into a first game of the evening. How are we all doing? How is everyone? We have a mountain to climb. I've mentioned this before, but I think actually Mono's Gap is as big as it's ever been. Still, I think my priority at this point is to just try and consolidate second. So, we'll see. Hello, Zola. Consolidate second, try and get some consistent results. Don't finish last. I think that's the key, really. If I can avoid not finishing last, and this is the precursor to me having a terrible stream and just finishing last through no fault of my own for the next 3 games. But, yeah, also, my webcam appears a bit dark as well. I mean, it's fine. Lighting. I normally have it closed anyway because eventually things will happen, but it does seem a bit dark. Anyway, game starts. I've also gone back to my other avatar because I felt I need more luck, and clearly Kana is the one to provide me some luck here. All right, follow up with East because it's a Dora indicator. Okay, so we have Dragon Dora as a potential opening direction. Berserk starting with a middle 7. Reasonable draw. Might as well keep the red for a couple of turns, just see if see if we can get some other more dangerous things out. So 2 middle dot tiles suggests it's going to be some form of Honitsu. Obviously not in the Pinzu suit, but we'll act accordingly for the time being. Okay, second west. So it's looking like most likely a Sozu Honitsu push. Thankfully, most of our middle ones are going to be tied up. We do have 1 and 2 we can use. We'll see. We're probably going to end up cutting 2-1 in the next couple of discards anyway. Okay, interesting. So either Overflow and they're all low, and that's a great draw. Overflow and they're all low, or it's not the Honitsu I initially thought it might be. Either way, we can now call what we want. We can't call the 8, so that's got to be our pair going forward. Ishanten. 7 dot should be reasonably safe, I think. Solar could want it, admittingly, but I don't think it's a want for Tenpai. I've got no Tenpai indicators from Solar. So if that was, say, a 4-6-8 weight, getting rid of the 8 would mean they've drawn that, so they have a completed set, and they shouldn't need the 7. Okay, we can follow up with a 7. So have safe tile for the time being, and we can potentially still call ourselves into Tenpai. South's a little awkward. It is our bonus, though. And 8 is definitely a safe tile, so we could drop these, hope to go grab another south, we'll see. We have Dragon and 2, although admittingly if we do this we've got to go Dragon and 3. Which is a good enough hand. I imagine 9 dot safe. Can't have a 9, so we've just gone into Ubadora. How's the Greed Monster doing today? I'm going to follow up for safety here, but we have Dora. We have Dora 4 currently, but that's a deal in. Oh, no, just a long pause. 8 safe against 2. Played an early 6-9. That should be fine. We can always play our whites if we absolutely want to, but Riichi Battle Sumo from Solar, and we'll take the lead. Mangan. So opportunities, but we didn't get any way to call, and we didn't have a safe way of getting rid of that 5, so that's overall fine. This is a good starting hand, actually. I might even be inclined to toss Dora first. We won't just yet. There's still a possibility we can make use of this, but if we draw anything that's connecting here, we'll probably get rid of Dora on turn 2. West does nothing for us, actually. Yeah, that's a connection, so we'll get rid of Dora now. Potentially need to push this. So we got a reasonable ride into triplets if we wanted it. Although, admittedly, we have just cut the West for that. That was unfortunate. Maybe I should have got Dragon there instead, but yeah. Okay, fine. It's done. We're not going to moan about it now. Might moan about it a little. So basically we got nowhere in our first 4 draws, which is a shame because it's a good start. Alright, further white because we need to do that now. Can then cut the 1 free and see how things develop. Alright, Sailor with Dragon. So Sailor going aggressive. He got the Mungan start, admittingly. And also, we're 1,000 up because of the Riichi from Berserk, so we are sitting second. We just obviously don't want to lose that by... Yeah, we've got 2 safe tiles now. Well, we'll see. So we're each on 10 for 7 pairs. We are Ishan 10 for a Suanko weight. West gone, so it'd be blind off the 7-6, but... But we could call either of them and just have a Toy Toy Sananko, potentially. Free Dot also looks dangerous to get rid of here, but Suanko, gotta try it. It's aggressive and someone's thinking about it. Okay. Assume it anyway. Shame. Ow. Thankfully it's a cheap hand, so we're not too concerned about that. Yeah, there wasn't... The West came out, but there was no real reason to do that. To ever call that. We locked ourselves in and we didn't have Toy Toy secured at that point, so... That's fine. We just say Ishanten from pairs, and also from Suanko. Okay, so we've got South as a relatively safe tile we can just get rid of to make the dealer's life... Well, to get past the dealer if we need to. Other than that, we just need to connect something to the 3 and hopefully draw a 7. Possible Itsu is on. Yeah, I'd prefer 3-6 over the 8 at the moment, so we'll get rid of the 9-8 here. Actually, we are likely to get ourselves a bit better, a bit closer off here. We'll see. Alright, pair of 1s. Not ideal, but we can always toss for Souths now that we've got 3 pairs and we know they're safe. But I prefer to do that after we've got rid of something dangerous from this end. Hopefully we're drawing the other half of it. 1 does nothing. So basically we want to draw any mid-dot tile and just connect this up, connect something to this. Even drawing a... Actually, drawing a 4 or 5 does the same difference here, but 6 will pass. So, Berserk going for a half flush then. Potentially full flush. We're going to pass the 3 here. Puts into a close 7, but this is fine as we toss selves and hope to advance. It's a late white, but one has already been played. Okay, 6 is a useful draw. We're possibly fighting against a Honitsu here, but a 5 was played reasonably early. It is, other than the 9-8 and the 1 I played, it's going to be a bit dodgy. Could still be done, though. Alright, close 7. So, potential Sanshku shenanigans here. If we could go draw that, risk cutting the 1s. Adds Tanyo, adds Sanshku. Thanks, Rumi. I mean, that's absolute high end here, getting 877, but gotta consider it at least. We see most of Fedora, so from that point of view, it's relatively safe. And it's got the 1s here. We have too many pairs anyway, so now dealing. Suppose I should have noted the 2 after the call there, but fine. It's seat win only, 1,000 points. I'm not going to complain at that. We dropped to 3rd, but could have been worse, and it moves the game on away from the dealer. Alright, we've been dealt a dragon. Which is always a nice start. So we're a direct Mungan down from Solar. This is how dare, but that's entirely what you're supposed to do when the dealer's got the lead. Win with anything. Alright, turn to Riichi. Red. So I think 2-7 might be reasonably safe in this position actually, but well, we have the advantage of having a Dragon and Dora, so we could potentially just call anything here. Just hope Prospero's got a bad weight. So 1 call away, 5-8 or 7'd up. And then we have Dragon Dora. Alright, Dragon Dora. Prospero Riichi. The 4 should pass him. It might not pass Prospero, but we're at the point of going for it. Play for 6. Again, doesn't particularly matter which one of those we have, but obviously for 6 we proved safe just there, so it's marginally safer than the 9. And Prospero with a win. Yeah, Mini Dora. That was a good hand. 4-7 as well. Alright, Prospero Mungan. And the lead? Not quite. Just shy of the lead. But that's going into South Round. And we have a Chinitsu hand. Unfortunately, we've been overcalled on turn 1 because people have no patience. In fairness, getting rid of the dealer turn is absolutely what he should be doing in second place there. So we're going to stop the door on turn 1. Not ideal. We have a Chinitsu hand that we could attack with, but I've got to play that there or I'm going to be stuck with it. Why couldn't Berserk have been played to my left? Alright, Dragon Door for Sailor, so just going for a quick thing. We still need 3 draws, even with what is a fantastic Chinitsu start, but again, Berserk has played everything we wanted. Wrong player in the wrong seat, and that is costing us. I also can't really play South until we know it's safe. 5 and 4 are terrible discards against a triple call. So it's the 3 in all honesty, but... yeah, okay. That's the first Manzi tile we've been able to play. Gives us another call, actually. And 4-dot passing is useful info. South has also passed, so... play the 4. We have the 7 that's a bit dodgy, but we'll play the 4 now. So 2 away from Chinitsu. Could potentially Honitsu it with a South weight, but... yeah, I'm not sure that was necessarily the best of calls, but now we are Ishanten. 6-9 for Tenpai. 8 gives us another option for Tenpai, actually. When the 8s have both been played, so no, that doesn't actually help us at all. 6-9, please. 2 would be fine. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Triplet of the 1s is useful, though. It can potentially be in a 1-4 weight, although admittedly it's going to be a 4 only, with 2 of them out. This is an unlikely Chinitsu with all of the Manzi's tiles been played, but we'll fight on. It's a Hanneman hand that we got at the moment, so it's definitely worth it. God darn it. He's drawn every single one of those. Also Ice Cream Truck. Oh, that's a live red, isn't it? No. Yeah. Doesn't matter. I know a lot going with that one anyway. Had to be done with the Chinitsu on the blade. Staying for stuff to do. Alright, North start. But yeah, if Berserk was on the left there with those discards, I'd have had the Chinitsu, I think, but that is what happens. Alright, good draw. So, dealer turn, and we need something. That is something. Okay. So we can potentially go Yakuhai Dora. Get something in Sozu. Free man is loose, so we'll get rid of that now. Five is Dora. Alright, let's cut the 9-8. One has been played, but there's a reasonable shot we're going to get something that connects into this. Good draw. Yeah, so we're probably getting rid of 6-3 over this 5 Dora. Bonus tile that's indicated by that. Basically, it's worth an additional Han at the end of the game if you win. So it's a scoring multiplier, basically. Well, scoring bonus rather than the multiplier, but same difference. Alright. Tenpai on the Dora. So this would be Dragon Dora 3 if this comes off. Or we can go for the four-sided weight here. Yeah, gotta go for the four-sided. Tossing the door is risky, but this is a lot of tiles. Yeah, practically any low Sozu gets us there at this point. So Dragon Dora as dealer. 29. So we could have had the more valuable hand there, but with just the 5 versus that kind of four-sided weight, we were definitely going that way round. Okay. So that's hand 1. We need a few more of those. Gap is 14-6 to the lead. And this is unlikely to do it all in one go. It could do if we're extremely fortunate with getting completed Yaku, but most likely we're going for Dragon and run again. Yeah, we'll play the green here. So, pair, run there. Need a free, so something connected to either the 4 or the 5. Hopefully an Ipeiko for a double run. Yeah, one of those that was just played. Okay. Could have kept that, had double Yakukai available. But again, we weren't to know. North is still alive. I think we might play the 8 anyway. Ultimately, regardless of what happens, we need to be in Tenpai at the end of this to maintain our dealer turn and hopefully build some momentum back. And again, you're discarding exactly the things that I wouldn't mind drawing right now. But admittedly, the Red Dragon needs to come first. That's a great draw. Alright, 3 dots for Ipeiko, and which we could take Riichi Ipeiko only. That, though, gives us options this way around. So Ishanten for Dragon and nothing. But Dragon nothing with a repeat. 3, 6, 4, 7. Well, actually, any low dot tile will get us there. Although, admittingly, if we get a 3 or a 6, we're putting ourselves into a single weight. Five would be better. 5 or 4. And of course, if we get any 4 or 7, that gets us that way round. So, but one thing is just try and keep pressure on. We're not going to get a lot of points out of this, but enough to drag the game back a bit. And an extra 1,000 if we can do it now. As long as it isn't a straight deal in. No, that is a straight deal in. Riichipatsu and stuff. So I think we're guaranteed staying in third then. 2 hands to make up 14,000 points is a big ask. Not an impossible one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we're not cockshooting this. Potentially go south-north here, although admittedly south's just been played. I think we just got to slow momentum this one and hope we can draw it into something that is reasonably decent. No Dora. No easy, obvious hands. We're 14 away from Prospero, so that's got to be our consideration. Eyes forward, as always. But with 2 hands to do it, it's going to be a direct hit that we need, really. A direct Mungan would be enough. A direct Hanneman off of Solar would actually put us in the lead. No, actually, direct Hanneman off Solar wouldn't do it. We gain 12, but Prospero would still be in the lead. But either way, that would put us into second, I guess. Alright, let's go green. We see one white, so we can follow up, potentially go into dragon and something. There's no point in holding on for risks of meme hands or anything like that, so... Not yet, anyway. We'll play red. And most likely getting rid of a 9-8 next, just to give ourselves the maximum chance of getting the two-sided weight. I suppose actually, if we were to draw 7, we might even get rid of the whites here and try and go for Riichi Pinfu. Does that help at all? You know, I'm not sure it does. Yeah, okay, we're going to get rid of whites and go for Riichi Pinfu. We need to cut one of the pairs anyway, since we have 3 of them at that point. This one could still be useful on the 7, but give us an open 9-6 weight. So we'll stick with this plan. Yeah, white probably only come out because we played it a turn or 2 ago, so that's fine. A little bit of a delay, but... Sorry, I just got to make sure I've actually got things set up here. Trump over 7s is interesting. Doesn't give us any Yaku benefits, but interesting anyway. Currently, Link Joker and Draconis queued up for a game, so if we do get extra people, that's fine. I wonder if this gives us anything here. It gives us a two-sided weight, which we can reach with. Yeah, most likely we're going to go 1... I should have got rid of the 5 rather than the 8 there. Yeah, especially now. I'm about to say it's an unnecessary risk from the lead though. The good news is, with that many Dora, that might actually do enough to push me back into... because that was dealer as well. That might actually push me back into second. There we go, we're up to second. Hey! See, the calculations worked. So now we just need 2 quick wins to secure second. Plus as many points as we can grab off of other people. This is a good starting hand. So 2 completed runs. Potential bonus shenanigans. Easy pin if we can keep drawing some stuff in the low Manzu end. Yeah, so I think we cut Dragon here. Yeah, Dragon won. Alright, so we're actually Ishanten. Ideal draw now is to draw a 3 and just go straight into a 1-4 Pinfu reach off the start. Reach Pinfu 2 Dora on turn 2 would be amazing. Discarding Dragon. Come on, 3 dot. 3 dots for the glory. No. Gonna actually cut the... Gonna cut that. So what this gives us is that... It gives us a bit of an extension here. So if we draw a 9, we've got a... Actually, does that help us? Oh, I'm not sure that helps us. Hold on, I might have miscalculated here. Let's play an 8. So we could call that going to single weight on the white dragon, but that'd be a waste here. This is reaching 2 Dora. We need to try and maximize this. We'll probably play white next turn just because we need to play a live white now or we're going to have problems. Drawing a 1 puts us into a 2-sided weight there. Okay. Unfortunate. Yeah, and again, I should really be playing the white rather than the 2, but hey. If we actually draw a white dragon, we can put ourselves back into a multi-sided weight, actually. Back into a 1-4. Okay. So 6, 7, 8. So 9 gives us that. We can then go into... That's... What does this give us then? Yeah, I was about to say, this gives us a multi-sided weight again. Not sure we're going to do any better than that. Alright, so 1, 2, 4, 7, which I would not have calculated without a lot of thinking about it afterwards, I've got to be honest. But obviously we've got the 1, 2, 4 irregular weight there, and we get the Ipatsu off the dealer. Riichi Ipatsu 2 Dora. It's Mangan at least, might be better. only Mungan. But Mungan will do. 8,000, well, 9,300 plus the reach stick and all the bonus things. So I was not going to mind too much about that other than his shades, I guess. But what this does is it gives us a... Now, Prospero needs a Hanneman. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would have taken me some actual time to think about that. And yeah, it is a crux to have the hints on. I would have probably got there eventually, working that out. But yeah, this is what you want to do. It's the more of those you can memorize, the better you are going to get at the game. Especially if you can memorize them on the fly and actually aim for them. Generally speaking, if you have a triplet and a run, chances are you're leading to a big hand if you can pull that together into a way. We're actually Ishanten already. It's another Pinfu if we work around it for a bit. If we actually draw a 6, we can cut the 2, have a reach Pinfu. Not with a lot else, admittingly, but you never know. Nope. Come on, 6-0. 6-0 would be perfect. Otherwise, we're going to a reach only. Admittingly, we would need a lot to go in our favour for Solar to just deal in and lose. And it would have to be a deal in from Solar to lose at this point. We'd have to hit a Hanneman. If we hit a Hanneman, actually, that would be enough. But we have no Dora in this hand at the moment. And again, we'd only be able to take the win off Solar unless we could get ourselves up to something kind of silly and ridiculous. No worries. Yeah, basically it's 136, basically. Well, 3 suits, 1 to 9, and then 7 separate honor tiles, 4 copies of each. And then it's all of the interactions and all of the Yaku named hands that you have to memorize in order to play the game. Admittedly, most of them are very rare and come up only very occasionally, but again, it's always worth knowing what you could potentially get into. I don't think we're going to get this 6, so yeah. Which is a shame. I mean, there's other things to get us to Tempai as well, but 6-0 is ideally the best. Prospero also is not showing any indication of being a Tempai at this point. He's showing the signs of just discarding honor tiles. Can't even go for a Nageshi at this point. He discarded nothing but dot tiles, which I don't know if that's helping or hindering anybody. But, well, we'll see. It's not impossible for a Reach and Pinfu hand to become Hanneman, but we would have to hit Ipatsu Dora 2, I think, is the only realistic way I can think of it. Could get a Khan. If somebody could Khan and just give ourselves another couple of Dora, then this is more likely, but we're mostly just trying to secure second. Alright, so we could reach on the 6 or the 3. It's reach only. But he puts the pressure on. We're actually going to reach on the 3. It's a Suji trap, and the 6 has just been played, so we're going to go with that. More Friso. Annoyingly, we've given a lot of information about what's safe, so I'm not imagining this is going to be much. Riichi and Sumo only, pretty much. We could draw another Tuso and Khan, potentially. Which is, I think, the only way we could potentially turn this into a out-of-nowhere Hanneman to take the lead. And again, only if Solar deals in. So we need to draw 6. We need to draw Tuso. We need the 2 to become Vidora, which is technically possible. There are 2 1s out. Okay, risky tile from Solar. He doesn't need to, but it's going for it anyway. I'm going to take the auto win off here. I'm just going to... It could also be the case that Berserk stays in Tempai, we stay in Tempai, and we can just pick up a few more points in the draw. Have another go at getting Hanneman. So it might be in our best interest not to win at this late stage. We would secure second, but it depends how much we value having a shot at the win. Okay, 2-player Tempai. That's fine for us. We don't mind that. Most of our outs were out by the look of it, but hey, we put ourselves 3,000 closer to overhauling. It doesn't change what hand we need. We still need a Hanneman direct hit, but now we can see if we can get a hand that's actually closer to that. South and stuff. Could potentially turn this into a South Chanter hand, which would give us 3-4 if we could do it. Okay, so this is South Chanter now. E-Shanten for South Chanter, which is rather good. Unfortunately, open it's not worth a lot, so we're going to pass the first one. If we can draw into it naturally, that would be amazing. So Riichi, Concealed Chanter is 2. Plus South gives us 4, which is Mungan. Then just hope for 2 off of Solar. But we will have to call that second South if it comes along, because that is our fallback plan. Getting rid of the early 9 also helps mask the fact that it is a Chanter hand, so just looks like we're going for a Manzu Honitsu or something. Well, that's the first of the tiles we need. Okay. Alright, we're just going to go for the win here. This takes us up to 30k if we pull it off, so Chanter South. Or Chanter only. I don't see a lot of reason to continue on with this. We're banking on drawing that last South ultimately, and we just sumo it. So we'll take the win. 1 Riichi stick, 1 repeat, plus an outside hand. 1,500, 2,500, plus the things. We go over the 30 threshold, so we have made target. And yeah, we'll give Solar a win. GG. I could have potentially gone a bit more greedy with that, but we needed the Hanneman. It needed to be off of Solar to actually overhaul, so yeah, we'll just take the second there rather than mess about. Okay. So I'm going to go for my observation game unless we have another one ready. So let's head off for Link, Draconis, who are waiting. Prosper and Bark got the first 2 people in the seats, so off they go. If we do get another game going, we will queue up for that, but we are in the process of waiting for it. Well, it was an okay game for you. I would say you attacked when you didn't need to, which might have led to that extra Mungan that I got given at one point. If you got 50k and you're that far in the lead, because I needed a direct Hanneman off of you to actually change anything in the last 2 free hands, once I got that win. So maybe you shouldn't have been attacking, but again, it's fine. Ultimately, if I wanted to go for the win itself myself, I shouldn't have taken that hand there, but I didn't have a way of making it Hanneman otherwise. Concealed Chanter plus Riichi was unlikely with 1 South gone. I needed exactly 1 of the 2 remaining Norths, 1 of the Souths, and 1 of the 7s. That was pretty much my last chance to do that. Alright, we have Karma and Solar currently queued up. If we do have 1 more person around, then we can get a second game started. If that doesn't happen, we'll go and observe the game that we've just begun, which between Link, Draconis, Prospero, and Joker. Link, Joker, Draconis, Prospero, and Bark. We did pull off quite a lot of 4-sided weights, which are quite interesting. So a reasonable recovery job, if nothing else. If you say so, but currently we only have 2 queued, so no. Yeah, that number's just the people who are hanging out in the lobby. It's not. It means nothing in terms of who can actually play. Because one of those is me, and then it's one other person who isn't Solar Karma or the person's in the game, just hanging out in the background. So until that changes, we are stuck here and I'm just going to observe. We will get another one eventually, or they'll decide they actually want to play. Unfortunately, I can't even tell who it is with the way this works, so... What's going on? I'm just going to go and check a couple of things. Bear with. Still just for two. Also gives me time to have the window open and cool down a bit because it has been surprisingly warm today, although admittedly it's not showing as very warm now. It just feels it. "60 seconds and we can observe somebody else playing Mahjong." Which is probably about the time when somebody else jumps in and we can just watch. And we can just play a game. But, you know, the way it normally works. Oh, dear. What are my stats in this game? Oh, goodness knows. If we ignore the fact that I've played most of my stuff on Tenho, my official stats, according to this, and this doesn't count anything we played on Tiles of Confusion, my South Round stats are as follows. I only played 170 games, apparently, because I was at a point trying to push myself back up to Expert 3. I kind of slowed that down quite a bit. I've really not played at all on Soul in a lot recently. I've been playing back on Tenho a little bit, trying to keep myself in second danship, which is a chore, I'll be honest. But yeah, Metro ranks are not stellar on either case. Probably average is probably the correct way to phrase them in all honesty, but we play for lols, we play for fun, and we play for the mountain and for the tiny trophy of doom, which is almost certainly monos at this point. Okay, we can watch. Okay, so some observation. We have, I think, one of the newer players here with Bark, but we're going to go show hands, deal on tile, and we're going to just observe behind Link to start with, as he is the dealer, and has a pretty good starting hand for a dealer. In all honesty, you have your initial Yakuhai, loose tile to get rid of, two loose tiles to get rid of. Nice bit of connection there, 2-4-6 shape, which can discard the loose one after that. So, free Shanten. And that's one already done. So let's get rid of the south over that, because there's an outside chance he can extend this to a double run. And if not, he can easily get rid of a 9 later as he needs. Okay, that helps. So that is towards the double run. It's a slightly more annoying thing here because he needs another 7 to make this work, but it's a good tile anyway. At this point, I'd probably be inclined to get rid of either the 6 or get rid of one of his pairs. Obviously the 1 rather than the green dragon in this case, but he could also just decide to toss it, decide that 7 isn't good enough as a double run. The downside with doing that, of course, is that if he gets the tiles for a double run, that 8 could put him through a 10 later. But he has a one completed set, one closed, accepting 1, another closed, wait here, edge closed, and he's drawn the dragon, perfect. So his options now are probably to get rid of the 8-9, because I think the 2 middle tiles here are probably going to be better than waiting on hoping to get a 7. He also knows the 8's safe against somebody, so it's fine in this case. you're far more likely to draw something close to the middle tiles. So, also, Berserk has pulled off a monster of a start. So, reach north and no door, unfortunately, but he's waiting on a 1, so which is always a 1 that's reasonable to come out. People are more likely to play 1s and 9s against an unknown hand. He does like going for his 1 suit hand, although he apparently gave up here without finishing this. That early, I might have been inclined to play the 1s, but he's got his bonus tile set. He's got 4 winning tiles, both, well, 3 winning tiles, both of them are towards the edges. It's possible. I might have been inclined to wait, though. Anyway. Following on, what does Joker want to do about this? Plays a Forso. A little bit risky, but then a lot of things are. Against the early reach, it's usually better to just try and play your normal game as much as possible. Because if you start play safe tiles when you get the chance to, but assume it's going to be a relatively low value hand and just play on. Because if you can outspeed to even a bad hand, a low value 1000 point hand, that's better than him randomly dealing it in 12 turns time. If you just give up. Of course, eventually, sooner or later, probability says he'll have a decent hand very early on, but most of the time he won't. Well, that's the initial start, and that's reasonable for Bark. Let's see what Johannes makes of this start, because he's got 2 triplets and a pair already. So, strong, but a little clunky, because this is going to be difficult for him to progress anything. That being said, the moment he draws another 4-dot in 2 turns' time, that's my prediction, this hand suddenly becomes absolutely electric. Hello, the meme person is back. Hello, Mono, how are we doing? Yeah, he's not going to meme it now he's drawn the door of 5, but he's got that relatively quickly. So he's now only 2 from Tempai at this point. Draw a 5, so east, draw something connected to there, go for it. He can still get Sun Anko out of this, actually, if he's very fortunate, although 4-dot across from him... No, it's possible. In fact, he could still meme it from here, actually. If he gets extremely fortunate with how these draws happen, he could still go for it. If not, he's got a dealer Sun Anko Dora. Okay, so this isn't going to be Sun Anko, this is going to be Reach only at this point. He'll probably still take it as dealer. So it's a Reach on a 6-4-7. So 6-man, 4-so, and 7-so. Not the best of weights, in all honesty, given the numbers available, but 3-sided weights are always reasonable, especially when they're not in the same suit. Yeah, there's no way to upgrade it based on which he draws, unfortunately. But he's dealer. He's a bit down on he's a little down on points. This is going to be fine. Give him a quick repeat. See how things go. He gets the sumo as well. So reach Sumo Dora for 4,000, I think. Well, 52 in this case. No, actually, yeah, that was actually good because of all the triplets basically add food multipliers, so that's why I massively misrepresented that. So Draconis takes the lead. Well, even if he took the 4, it would be he'd still have the pair of 6s and only the 9s and the 4s counting, so he wouldn't have get Sun Anko from that. That being said, he's got another great starting hand here. He is if he pairs up either of these, he's got Reach. Well, actually, drawing a 5 would be perfect because it gives him the Peiko, so he can just go Riichi Peiko. Failing that, he's got a 2-sided weight if he ever draws either of these as a pair or draws a 3, because he can then drop the north, go for a Pintu in that position. Yeah, he's got a lot going for this hand here, being already Ishanten on turn 3. I guess he's debating whether he throws the 1-2 here for that switch, because that might give him more options later down the line, but it takes him from 1 away to 2 away to make this switch. Again, he's decided not to do it, which I probably agree with. I mean, if he's thinking safety, he's got 3 norths. They are safe tiles, regardless of what he does with them later. And he can always cut one of these, as I say, for a pair, so it's not doing him any harm with this. The downside is 5 is a door indicator. It's a middle tile as well, but Okay, 9's not helping him. Just thinking how fast everybody else is. I see Berserk is going for memes at the top. Although admitting he's got a way to go with those. Not impossible for it to pay off, I guess. The downside is you'd have to basically break up a Tempai for this. Yeah. I mean, the way I see it, he's almost certainly going to have cut a North at some point to make the hand that work. It's unlikely he's going to keep this as a triplet. The only exception would be is he drew a pair of the 1 over 2. So I would probably be inclined at that point with the 6 in hand to cut a North. On the basis you are probably going to cut that down to a pair minimum anyway at some point during the hand for Pinfu. So why not keep that and extend your options a little bit? But again, it is taking you from Ishanten to 2 away to do this. And I guess he's prioritizing the dealer Ishanten rather than the better 2 away, I guess. Meanwhile, Joker is slowly assembling Dora. He's probably had those for a while, I just haven't paid attention to it. The rest of the hand's a little bit dodgy, but he's not a million miles away. Yeah, Draconis has drawn 9 useless tiles in a row here. Well, I say 9 useless tiles. 9 tiles he doesn't want, which is the downside of having really awkward weights here. So there he's got his pair, so that now means he can go reach on a 2-sided weight. It's going to be reach Dora or reach Ipeco Dora. Until he flips, of course, a 3, which I think he can still do. There's only 1 east showing. 2 east, sorry. Of course, no, it's west he needs. There, ignore me. Going the other way around. So actually, there's only the 1 west at the moment. 2 wests, 3 wests. No, 2 wests. I can look me. Okay, but still, 2-sided weight. 3-6 is a little awkward, but could happen. Also, somebody's waiting on 2 as Prospero's just hit Tempai, I think. Nope. Ah, okay. So there he is going memes. Yeah, he does have a card option. I doubt he's going to do it. Oh, that's for dealing. So double Dragon Dora for Bark, and he will retake the lead from that. 39, Link Joker goes down to 15. You don't take the Shosangan from that. He had Tempai from not doing it. I agree with that, in all honesty. He did throw double white, but he only had 1 of those at the time. He threw the second white after that. And I still feel it was correct, because with 1 white in that hand, he wouldn't have kept the closed 4 weight. So otherwise, you'd have to break his hand up even further to get there. He'd have only just hit Tempai at that point. You can't be blinded by memes, sir. Even for memes for non-Yakuman hands. Also, speaking of which, if you want to actually join us, Mono, we are waiting on 1 more for a game. Meme is just your peak of Jong. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to stop observing this and we're going to get into a game. Alright. Let's go. No worries. Remember, giving Mono points is treason. Speaking of which, we might actually be doing some Paranoia this weekend. Who knows? Speak it quietly, though. People go a bit mad when you mention that. Okay, what are we starting with? We're starting with something that looks reasonable. 1 Dora, a few connections in hand here. 1 completed run. Quite a lot of stuff that is near as well, so okay. With ideal draws, 3 away, but we'll follow up with white. So we need to draw 3 7 man and something. Okay. So Mono's cut Manzi so far. Eight doesn't do much for us. It's the downside of having a couple of closed weights, similar to what we were kind of discussing with Draconis' hand a while ago. It's probably more efficient for us to get rid of these, and in fact now we will. So it gives us a closed 3, which is exactly what we're waiting on with the 1-2 anyway, but also a free 6 here gives us the double run potentially. Also moves us closer to just being a Tanyo hand. Alright, reach from Mono. We can dodge this. We got the 8 for definite. We got 2 9s almost certainly, so we can go around this and mean ourselves into Tanyo. God damn it, Mono. Alright, so Riichi Patsu, Ipeiko on a slows weight as well, and gets 2 Ura. Alright, fine. It's going to be that sort of day today. Turn the cheating engine off, sir. You don't need it. No, he's not cheating. He's just unfortunately jammy, and occasionally you do get jammy in this game. Massively, criminally jammy. Alright. We have 2 Dora with this, so this is a reasonable recovery hand here. We might try and force something if we get an early dragon. Alright. Fortunately with 2 Norse played, that means we can't do a second Gyaku High trick, but we can work with this. I think drawing another 7 would probably be best for us. We're still 2 away even with that, but I feel that's going to be a better one for us. That means we're going to have to cut a Dora to get to Tenpai, which I don't want to have to do. That's helpful. Right, so now the 8s are up here. We now have a 5-8 pattern here for 2 Dora. Dragon 2 Dora would be fine. Gives us a chance at not necessarily coming back, but, you know, at least keeping the points high enough. Alright, 5-8s, preferably from Mono. Mono appears to be going for memes again, which is not nice of him. We need to discard 8s right now. Wrong 8, sir. Yes, he's obviously playing safety against me, which is good. That's going to slow him up. Give us a chance to draw this into Dragon Dora 2. Drawing number 7 makes things interesting, I think, but only in regard that we go to Dragon Door 3. Alright, Karma on the attack. We might have to just take wins now. I was hoping to get... I mean, I suppose it doesn't make a difference. We probably have taken the win off anyone anyway, especially with that now being played. 8 for safety? No, not quite. Gained an extra door out of it, though. So, Dragon Door 3. Yeah, we're not in a position to say no if there's a reach on the table. And that puts us close to the mono as well, so... Gap is 1,500. He is no longer dealer. We also have a phenomenally quick start here. We can draw something connected to the 4 or the 7. Reasonable time frame. So we have triplets. So yeah, we draw anything connected to either the 4 or the 7. We can reach and go for this. Even not a bad one here, 2-5. You can't complain, you're miles in the lead. Give me some points. Reach Shardora. No, didn't give me points. So again, 2-5. 5 is unlikely to come out, but the 2 could. It's Fedora. So this is actually probably one of the worst weights you could be in. But, you know. Fedora or the 5. There's 8 of these left. If you want to play them, you have to play them now. Otherwise your hand is tied, and then that gives me time to play them myself. We can also still technically calm the Wests if we get that chance. But again, the usual practice is play your normal game. Your normal game probably wouldn't have you playing Dora. You probably wouldn't be playing 5s. Play safety where you can. Don't do risky things. And try not to add value. So this one is... This is a reach that's more on me to draw it rather than I'm expecting this to come out of anybody. 5s are never likely to come out after a reach because you really shouldn't be playing middle tiles. At least not live ones, which this would be. And don't play Fedora where you can. Okay, Pursuit Reach. Thankfully our reach is good, so we'll see. But mono losing to points to Karma wouldn't be the end of the world. Karma is dealer, which is the only slight downside of what I'm doing here. There's a chance I'll just deal into it. Six is interesting. I wonder if that's just an attack front. 2 safe tile, thankfully. There was a pause, but yeah. Sumo. Reach Sumo door 2. Oh, we hit another door as well in the Euro. So we did get the Hanneman. 12. 6 off of 3rd. We actually now overtake mono with that. So huzzah, we've got some points. This game has gotten very aggressive very suddenly. Alright. Can we maintain the momentum? Easter start. No, we give them mono the triplet. Fine. Fine, they break their hand up. That's okay. Don't know what they're rushing for necessarily, but I guess they can't. You know, they're not in a position where they can ignore it. Go for a second call. I've been slightly annoyed. So this hand not as sharp as the last couple we've had, but we'll see. Alright, mine's adding points to the board, which is probably more thankful for Solar. We did pick up a Dora out of that. We'll see. No, we're playing safety. Mono wants to keep attacking, that's up to Mono, but we are probably playing the 8 here, and then we're going to see. We could attack this, but we'd have to rely on the 1 passing. Now we're gonna slide around this a bit. Yeah, floodgates have been opened, but okay, Mono's still attacking. This is actually good for us, I think. That is perfect for us. Mono's lost some points. Reach 7 pairs and 1. Yeah, 5 is always unlikely, but you weren't getting rid of a door in that position with 7 pairs and needing points. So we've actually now got a lead. This is perfect. Unfortunately, we can't end the game at this point as easily. So Karma on the attack as well, calling in off south, so that's probably indicating a Honitsu of some kind. I'll play 2 here. Okay, again bonus points. We're quite fortunate with a draw there, actually. See, this hand is pretty good. We didn't hit anything in terms of bonus Dora, but really can't complain with this one. If we get to pin through without reach, that would probably be the best place for us, in all honesty. So we'll have to risk white next, followed by the 1, probably. Could draw a 7, go that way. I'm hoping for pin through, in all honesty. I don't want to have to reach with this if I can avoid it. But mind you, there are the bonus Dora. We're not a million miles ahead of Mono. Okay, so Sozu Honitsu is what we got to worry about then. Good draw. So 1 away from just being in Tenpai for a 2-sided weight here, I guess. If we can draw a 3, so that puts us into a 6-9. But we'd have to reach for it. Drawing a 5 puts us into an interesting issue, because we could potentially then go for a Sanchiku. The downside of that, of course, being that alright, we're going to go Yakulus for the time being, just because it is a bad weight, waiting on the free, so. This is tricky, this one. Gotta be honest. Gonna throw over 9. So it puts us in a similar position, but I suppose if we draw the 8, we can go into try and go into a single here. We need some info, though. East being live. Well, let's play the 8. We've seen 2 of those. So we're kind of effectively folding this now. We're having to draw a pair, triplet of these. The East has not been played yet, which is critical, I think. Yeah, I think this is the play it safe play. Looking forward safe against Karma there. Hatsu. Yeah, Mono's playing it very risky. Mono must have a hand. Long pause. Alright, so that kind of confirms what we knew. Did not play one after that, so I'm wondering if it's going to be a middle tile rush here. If it's an Itsu. There was a pause on the 4, there was definitely a pause on the 2. Honitsu, glad we didn't play the East. I mean, admittedly we didn't get anything out of it. Mono loses another 29, and we move into our dealer turn. Okay. We are dealer on east round, so we're going to keep the 1 for a turn. The east for a turn, sorry. Admittedly, this hand's not great, but we don't need it to be. We've got a 13-5 advantage now, which puts us out of dealer Mungan range from Mono's last dealer turn. What we need... A few more points would be ideal, definitely, but we don't want to lose anything. Alright, let's play east now. We gave that 3 turns to try and get it go around. The rest of the hand isn't great. I probably wouldn't call an east from this anyway for the moment. Yeah, we're not drawing well. But mind you, we're not going to be drawing well every single hand. So we just got to ride the luck out a little bit. We might get a repeat, you never know. Still get the tempo. Mono's hand doesn't seem to be doing anything meteorically quick. Karma Solo's kind of doing similar things here. The question is, how far back are we in terms of the overall scheme of things? In all honesty, we have 2 pairs after 6 turns, which isn't great. Okay, pair of 8s, so we've got 3 pairs now. Mainly we probably want to get rid of the one of these, but given how slow our hand is going, we're still probably just going to get rid of 1s, 9s and go for Tanyo. Don't know if we want to aggressively go for it, but we might as well consider it. Keep 1 and 9 as they're safe to mono. Risk that 9 first. Yeah, so we're assuming Mono's on a Sozu weight of some kind, or at least is looking to put a little Sozu in his hand based on his discards. So therefore we're going to risk a 2 probably next if we decide to keep going down this route. And save the 1-9 for when we need difficult discards. Alright, Dora. We also have 4 pairs. So not impossible for us to go for either a Toy Tanyo or go for a 7 pairs shape here, which would be a bit late, but potentially still doable. Alright, 7 from his hand. Question is, would we activate him if we did that? Don't know. Play the 9 anyway. Let's pause. He's definitely got high Sozu, which means he probably wants one of these if he's E-Shanten or 1 away. It might be the case that he's trying to force a Tanyo, so therefore couldn't accept the 9. Okay, so he's got to be in Tenpai if he's on any kind of Sozu weight, though. Just got to be there. Gonna push the 8. Okay, actually pass without a pause, so interesting. Still, you'll notice I'm playing a lot against Mono here, and that's largely because he's in second, but also because points difference and rivals. Now we're going to consider other players and being a bit more safe here. 1 and 9 will pass that way, so we're not too concerned. Okay. A little confused about that, but I'm also seeing something else that's potentially on here, which is worrying. With Solo calling that and that, he needs to have a bonus set of some kind. Which was North. Okay. More likely assuming that's safe just purely on the basis of things here. I mean, that wasn't what I was going for, but you see it, don't you? Say, I draw either of them in the last turn. We have a E-Shanten We have one draw to get Suanko if we pull it off this turn. Alright, North Sumo. I'll draw 2. I mean, that's fine. I lose 1300 as my gap, but I think I still have a dealer Mungan advantage. Yeah, so just about dealer Mungan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we draw 9, we'll debate it. But I don't need it, so I'm probably going to say no. We must fire the anti-memes. That being said, though, we're going to keep on with this hand as this for the moment and hope we get something. South, we could call. But I'm going to hold off for a turn. Honestly, not a lot I can do with this. Especially since South into South was a bit of a pain. But we've got 2 safe tiles now. I'm not in the need to call for this. We're not really in a position where we can take mono off this dealer turn. So 7-5-7. We'll do the interesting start. Right, 2 more safe tiles to mono. Okay. So in terms of keeping our lead, we're pretty much established there. This, though, is just kind of silly. Ideally, if we'd have kept those. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, of course. And in fact, these are middle tiles. He should have kept these. But we have 1 turn to try and convince ourselves into a draw that just isn't on. So we want to kick mono off a dealer position, so we've actually waited 5 turns here. We're now going to start playing dragons out. Darn. Alright, so the idea here was that if somebody wanted dragons, we now know we've cheapened mono's hand by making them call them, or we accelerate Karma/Solar by giving them to them later than they would expect them to come around. That is the thought process and the plan. It is not happening, though. Okay, so Mono's probably getting close to Tenpai if he's playing a middle 6 out of nowhere. There was a slight pause, so I imagine he got things related. Did he draw the... Yeah, he did. We have multiple safe tiles against Mono, so I'm not particularly concerned. We'll probably still play out North first and see, but... One thing is he doesn't self-draw it into another Hanneman and force us to restart the round all over again. Didn't happen, thank God. You might still draw a Hanneman, but we'll see. Dora. Okay, Karma's got Dora free. That's at least good from our perspective. It means somebody's going to be pushing for things. So somebody else is more likely to deal in, and obviously Mono has that risk now. We're going to play our 1-dots. So what is Mono waiting on? We've got 2 absolutely safe tiles that we're going to use, so we're not really at risk here. In fact, we've got 3 completely safe tiles here, so we're going to go west, white, white, and that gets us out of the game. There we go, let's assume it. And it was a big hand. Ugh. Well, Mono takes the lead with that. Mangan's 12, we were 12 behind, so yeah. Ahead by 4,000, plus change. Interesting. That's actually a really strong start. We can pair with a Norths on our first turn, and this is pretty much off to the races hand. But I'm happy with anything to kill Mono's dealer turn right now. So we have Khan option here, but we're not going to necessarily use it. Not until we hit Tempai, at least. Dora Dragon is annoying. Okay, Dora Dragon can pass. Let's draw a second one right now, I guess. Do you want to keep it for one more turn? No, we're going to play it. Oh, god damn it. Well, so much for Carnage. I can hope he's overplayed. We probably need to try and kill this. Six is a Suji, so we got reasonable shot at making that pass. But we're still 2 away. Ishanten. 369. Into a 1-4. We're giving him more draws. Good news is 1 of 4 are both safe, so Sailor might play that out of just that, if he's worrying about the reach here. Which gives us a free-sided weight to be relying on. You can play the 4, so you know it's safe. God damn it. Well, not much in the way of options with that. Fortunately, we give him another Mungan. Alright, another game's ready to start. Since this is still in South 1, I'm going to restart that if nobody's got any objections. Give it a couple of minutes. From that 3 was no safer, but letting him just take the win wasn't exactly an option. Grumble, grumble. Alright. Don't know how this goes. We might split this up and wait for 4 more people and just shuffle the tables up a bit. We'll see. That's a good draw. So 28,000 points to make up in 3 hands. Well, I am dealer, so the last one's possible. Need a bit of fortune to start coming. I mean, that's not bad. That's a start. So if we can draw a 7-man, that gives us Tempai for Riichi and Pinfu. Drawing out for those gives us a close way on the 6, anyway, which we might take. Also, 5 is a double Dora, so there's that. Riichi, Pinfu, and 2. Mangan. Riichi and 2. It's not a good weight, but at this point I'm doing anything I can to push Mono off that dealer button, because the longer he stays there, the less chance I'm going to have to counter this. So no Carnage available. Just a what can we draw? What can we make Mono discard? What a Karma and Solo are going to play out of desperation. We did play a very early 9, so that might help with the 7s coming out. We'll see. Hey, Eric. I think we're just about at the shuffle the tables round phase, but we'll see. If you want to jump in, we might get another game started. We'll see how long that waits for. Oh, I take it off Karma. That's not ideal, but it gets rid of Mono's dealer turn. Yeah, I could have done without that being necessarily the take. But we need, alright, we need Karma to win some points here. We need Karma to win a big hand. Preferably off Mono, of course, but... Okay, so yeah, Dora, we have another reasonable together thing. We might end up in a position where we can't take a win. I mean, it's been a relatively tight game, actually. It's just Mono's had his luck on both his dealer turns thus far. Oh, sorry, Karma. We believe in you. Alright, turn 4, Dora. Doesn't change much because we're not going to be getting rid of a 6 here, but we might get a extended run if it comes to that. Could even get a possible Itsu off of this. That might be an interesting thing to get here. Itsu, Dora 2. Can't do much from that, so. One from Possibilitsu. Possibilitsu has been known to betray me. We're about to see whether it does it again. There are only 2 ones left, admittingly, but... failing that, it's still a 147 reach. Oh, for God's sake, Mono. I guess it wouldn't have mattered. We couldn't have played that or that, whichever way we did this, so... Alright, Pursuit Reach. Can't take the run off Karma, which is the only problem. But a 2-5. Oh, come on. Ah, jeez. Alright. That's annoying. This is what we're doing. Yeah, I know we just cut Dora. I'm slightly annoyed by that last hand and turn of resents, but we're still probably forcing Toy Toy here. And Honitsu. Yeah, this is full on tilted. What's happening here? Just stating that now. One is after a Manzi at Sozi tire weight, so we're probably gonna have to try the 3 here. I'm not in love with the turn of events here, I've got to be honest. I'm a little better off now. Shah Double Dragon. I'm still not happy with it though. This isn't enough points. And Sailor's going to snipe the win before I get it, in all honesty. Shout red, and we can't take the win off Karma. Well, that has one slight upside. It's only slight, in that it's now very difficult for Karma to just bust out. The downside is I'm now at risk of actually falling the third. Ah, well. So just keep winning and see how long we can do that for. Well, Karma says he's coming back. He needs a direct Sun Buyman to actually make the comeback. Direct Sun Buyman also wouldn't put us in second, so, you know, we're going to hope he doesn't manage that. Direct Yakuman might. Yeah, Direct Yakuman would do it. At least put us second, I mean. But we are second anyway, so... Shrug. I almost want to go for that, but I can't take it. We actually need to get 10 by. We need to get a couple of hands together here. We can't just take this as is. This is not great. Alright, let's cut that. Risky tile, get rid of it early. Same with the 4 in all honesty. We kept the dragon a little too long, so we're now stuck with that. That one can go there. Eight pin does nothing for us. So we're on 11 more draws, and we are still not really close enough to be doing anything. We could force this just attack to Tenpai, which is an option, but there's a risk we're just dealing to Karma with enough points to go to third. Especially with a Reach on the board now. This is really annoying. There's nothing safe against that either. Alright, pair of ones go away. Mono could easily just go for a deal in here and just try and secure his win. I mean, it's going to be a win anyway. There is very little I can do to stop this. That's now for a 10 thing we've just put ourselves in with all the 2s mostly gone. Yeah, we're not even going to hit Tenpai at the end of this one. We can't play green. We can't really do anything else with this. I think we're just folding and accepting second. So is that all the 2's gone? Yeah, all the 2's gone. 5 is for a 10 trap for us anyway. We can't even play that out of it. Yeah, we're done. Nope, we're done. Which is depressing, but that's going to be additional points for Mono. Mono deals in with the high take. Well, couldn't do a lot there. Stay second. Rah. Alright, we'll shuffle up and start some other tables up. Alright, so let's shuffle some tables up. We're going to go odds versus evens, I think. So that'll be you, and you in game 1. And then it's going to be Prospero, Berserk, myself, and Solar in game 2. What I've done is I've put us back to where we started. God damn it. I should have thought about that before. Alright, fine. So, yeah, this is the repeat of the first game we had tonight. Hooray! Right, well, I've had 2 seconds and really haven't moved, so we'll hope to improve that a little later. We'll see. Starting south, we have 2 Dora. We also have a triplet of the 4s. East can go straight away. This is a very fast hand if, depending on how this goes. Like to obviously draw the 4 over the 7 for this improvement, but yeah, this could go very well for us. We'll see. Dragon on turn 1. Okay, good draw. So, I guess if we draw the 3, we're in Tempai by discarding the 6, going for the Reach Double Dora. We could even go just Tanyo Silent Double Dora in that position, in all honesty. Not quite there yet, though. And that assumes you draw the 3, so we could easily not. If we draw any of the middle Sozu tiles that we got, though, we could potentially go into look to extend, put ourselves back into a proper Pinfu shape. 4 dot is still our ideal draw, though. Yeah, 1 so doesn't make a difference for us. That is an interesting draw. Okay, we'll cut that. So 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. That could lead to us being a bit awkward here. We'll see. But obviously, we'd like to include this door if we can. I've drawn 3 9-mans now. Last one was a 6. We'd be laughing at it. We'd also get 3 as well, which would help. Another 5 doesn't do too much for us. We got that reach to worry about now. Guess we play with it at this point. So we got a couple of potential options here. Neither of them are great. It looks like pair weight potentially. 8 was played right for the reach, so that's our thin justification for it. Four being safe is interesting for us because then it gives us this gives us 3 plays that we can make, or 2 plays anyway, while we build up the rest of it. Yeah, okay, let's go with that. So we use Berserk's 4-man safety play for us. Buy us a couple of turns, bring us into that kind of range. Alright, Prospero Sumos. That's fine. It is Sumo Ipeiko Pinfu plus the reach, and he will take a few points from that. Okay, Prospero with the lead. Right, our dealer turn. And this is not great. North to start. It's 4 loose tiles, well 5 loose tiles really. Things could happen. Alright, was that calling an off-win? So that's a Honitsu from him. Alright, plus dragon. Five doesn't really give us anything. Yeah, this is not the greatest of dealer turns. But we are drawing well, at least. So get rid of that, and then we just have the 6 as our last remaining loose tile, I guess. Still a couple away though, even with that. I mean, ideal 3 into 1 at this point. Hopefully draw a 6-man over the 9, I guess. Leave that long. Yeah, I mean, that's we could potentially get there with this. It's just not the greatest. I'd prefer to be almost on it now if we were going to do that. And that's, again, not the worst. Some progression. Okay, so what we're now looking at is Shanten. Well, no, 2 Shanten, sorry. But we need a pair now. Okay, pair established. Get rid of a 2-3 because that's the closest side to preventing us getting pinned to. I suppose 6-9 is as well, but we see a couple of 9s, so yeah, we'll see. There's also 8s out, so yeah, we'll call that. So this is the dealer Tanyo call. We're waiting on the 6, obviously, for our only wait, but call for Tenpai, basically. 1,000 points, we'll take it. See if that puts anybody off. Interesting. That doesn't actually change anything for a hand, though, does it? I suppose it's option of more Yaku versus the extra one, but again, it doesn't really matter. It only matters in case of a Khan, I guess. We're still waiting on the same tiles. Will anybody play a 6-man against us? Wrong 6. We'll play a 5. Interesting. So Berserk going for something here. Hello, Demo. Actually, you said you... Yeah, okay, you actually said players can't today as well, yeah. So, yeah, I just fancy the change with this. Okay, first end for the moment because the 9 is one of our winners, but obviously we've discarded it. I guess that doesn't make a difference, does it? Depends if we feel the 5's safe, which it probably isn't. Nah, 4's safer. That would allow us to Khan, admittingly, but... Zoom in. Alright, Tanyo only. 1,000 points, move the game on. Well, actually, it doesn't move the game on. It means I'm still dealer. 1,500 for me. We like our cheap hands occasionally, and that was definitely cheap. That also is not the greatest of things that I'd want to be seeing in a hand here, but West to start. I mean, it's not bad, in all honesty. A lot of good middle tiles, reasonable connectivity. Just have to get rid of these and hope to draw. Yeah, probably right, but... Nice. So I'm sound of Mono losing points. Please say this. We could do with him losing a few based on his wins thus far. Alright, so 2 away. And it looks like it's not going to be into... We need to draw this green ideally here, or we're going to have to play it the next turn or two, which is going to be dodgy. That's going to open the floodgates if we were to do that. Alright, so we're now at the point of we need to draw the pairs. Go to a 5 and green weight, or triplet of the 5s would do it. Or we're going to have to toss the green for Riichi. Riichi and Dora. Alright, counter Riichi. And that's at least encouraging. It means we can play the green. We'll pursue that. Seriously? No, Prospero wouldn't grandstand for that long. 6-man, 5'd up. Everyone's on the attack. Alright, Riichi pins were only 2,000. Grumble, grumble. Alright. It could have been worse. Could have had a much better hand than that. No, it's not strange, unfortunately. Yeah, Prospero had a good weight, so I'm begrudging more my luck at the moment rather than Prospero benefiting that win. He would definitely deserve that, but I also had a bad Riichi, so you know there is that side of it. Still, yeah, I was hoping that would come off. Not always. Absolutely not always. Despite what you may be told, it's not always. I know a lot of other options with that, and that still is frustrating. But you know. Well, again, looking to go for that. Risk Fedora now. He's looking at a chanter on the right, so if he is after that kind of nonsense there. Okay, we have somebody canning with that, which is interesting. Almost kind of want to safety valve this hand in a moment, but we'll see. What's annoying about this is I'm kind of playing as if that chanter is definitely what it is. Alas, I have to continue. He's in a game with you, he's under no obligation to tell you. Alright, Prosper's got to be tempo with that. So we could go Ton. 4 means I can't really do it. Well, I suppose we could have a go. I mean, 2 calls from the Seizu. If he's on a standard Antonio attack, then probably doesn't have another one, but not safe. Safe-ish. Think about this a bit. Depends how much we believe in this hand, I guess. That's the problem. So we call this and try and extend for it, but I think we're gonna have to pass, which is depressing. White. Yeah, I'm assuming that is going to be on a 9s. One of the 9s is going to be required there. And almost the 3/4 is safer. Which is unfortunate. Shouldn't need 1s based on what we see on the table at the moment. In fact, no, he can't be on a 1. So that's fine. Okay, please 1 draw. Which is fine. It's going to get a Taite. He is not. Okay. So Prospero with the only person in tempo there. I'm not sure what the Khan was about in that basis, but hey hey. Alright, Prospero then has the lead. Almost be okay with a North reset. Not that it was going to happen after that one, but you know. North reset would have been fine here. Alright. So we have Seat Wind, we have a potential push for Honitsu, I guess. And we are basically a 2-Han hand away from taking second. Prospero obviously on dealer attack, which is fine. We obviously want to try and counter attack. Alright, so Prospero's got the dragon attack, which means it's a cheapish hand, but still, I'm nowhere near getting there first. So I guess this is a Grin and Bear It hand to just fold out. Which is annoying. Looks like it's a Manzi Honitsu as well. At least from my discards. Got a possible Itsu as a counter. Although Manzi should be safe. Alright, free calls. Can't do much about that in that case. We needed to play it. And that is Tenpai. So cannot play Manzu anymore. So, could potentially go with that. I mean, admittedly, it would just be Riichi and Dora against a free called Honitsu, but well, Ishan-san for Itsu. Riichi and Itsu. If we get the 9 so. So 3, 6, 9, 2 of each. And that was the worst die you could have played at that point. It was risky enough for me and so there we go with that. Oh well. Up to third. On priority, admittingly. Well, third due to priority rather than anything else. We can, it doesn't take as much to get back, but we are unfortunately losing touch with Prospero at a rate of knots. Need a comeback here. Or in all honesty, anything. So we technically have 4 pairs. I don't know if we necessarily want to attack with them, though. Nah, I think we're fine. I'll be more likely to go wait for a 7 pairs style hand here. They're all middle, so... Pinzu. Yeah, if I had gone the other way around, I'd be more happy with it. But we're going to cut the 3-4 on this side and see. Yeah, now we're going to just aggressively attack this. You've got rid of a 3-4-5 middle Pinzu tile set, which is interesting. I certainly don't agree with it. So yeah, any middle Sozu pretty much gets us there at this point. Or 4, though, actually. 4 does work. Alright, that gives us a couple of options. And 5 is safe to Prospero, which is nice to know. Yeah, I guess we take this. Yep, we look to be on Honitsu. Are we? I mean, more importantly than anything, this puts us into second. It gets rid of Prospero's dealer turn, gives us a half shot at trying to come back into this. He's still attacking, though. I mean, I wouldn't mind a reach stick if you want to give me the win now. No. This is a Dora Dragon. Well, now we're in trouble. Okay. I feel Dora Dragon is going to be a worse reach than whatever Prospero's on. God damn it. It's easy to say we'd have won the other way around because a lot of our wins did come out, but that was largely because they were suddenly safe. For lols and for stuff, I guess. And honestly, nothing much I can really do with this hand other than just try and finish it. It's not fast, I can't call anything for it. Not unless I draw another west. Guess absolute ideal, draw sixes on both and go into a Tanyo. Reach Tanyo and Dora. Maybe adding Ipeko if we're very fortunate, but oh dear. Oh, 6 is a good draw. That's stage 1. Let's get stage 2 with Ishanten. Come on, 6-0. No, but that's not a bad second prize. I think Prospero's on tilt and just going all over for this. We might have to pursue him with this pair weight in a moment. Or not. Nope, 77. Our job for getting into second's easier. It's not going to be a negative points second place, unfortunately, but hey. I mean, he's entitled to be. I say the jam flow happens, and this is 4. And I'll see if it continues. Yeah, at the moment. Yep. We have options here. Options we're probably going to have to try and carry out. So showing these are ones. If they were anything else in the middle, then I'd probably be happy to go for things, but we'll see. I mean, all honesty, we just need to get to Tempai at this point, so, you know. Okay, reasonable draw. So if we compare any of those up, we have Riichi Sananko potentially. There's a high-end outs. 2-man, 3-man, and 1 pin have yet to be played by anybody. So also gives us maximum carnage potential as an option. 5-man, 8-pin, thankfully both safe. Six is the problem one, I think. If he's on anything, it's going to be a 3-6-7. Yeah, can't. Not with that, unfortunately. Well, if we get the card, we're probably going to have to do it. I mean, Among can just bust us out here, which is the other consideration, I guess. Okay. Passed. Was not expecting it to, got to be honest. We just keep drawing stuff that does not. That just jams us up, so we have to pass. We made the risk once, and we shouldn't have done it then. If we can go to 147, we can try the 5 dot, which isn't really likely. We're going to go for Tempai here. Not going to reach it, because I feel we'll just lose the points. Alright, third on priority. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't a lot I could do in that position. Hope for carnage mostly was my only real plan. But hey, we got the problematic person off the dealer turn. Oh, what is this hand? I don't even know what I'm supposed to try and do with this. South, one of our Souths has already been played. I mean, it would have been fun, but it wasn't really on. Oh, I got rid of the 8 earlier as well. Fine. All right, let's push for this side of things. Alright, Starfall. First off, I'm clearly not. Second off, again, you know the rules about the chat. Oh, fun. Alright. Are you asking for a pause, or are you just saying you want a break? Yeah, okay, that was just it. Fine. Alright, we're at the 4. We're probably out of this hand as well now, unfortunately, which is lowering our chances of getting second massively. Now we're far too far behind, so we're going to go and use whites. Could potentially backdoor our way into Tanya, but we need the 5 to pass. No, is the answer to that, Mono. Oh, this is looking like a nice even game. Alright. Dealer turn. 4 man. Keep the chances of getting a bonus tile alive at this point. Alright, fair enough. But really, there's not an Itzy chance. Ah, that's even worse. North to start them. Fine. More points on the board and we hit Adora, so I'm not going to go too mad at that. Kind of need them. Double call going for Chinitsu. We need a lot to go for us if we're going to make that work. Yeah, we might go all in from the side here because I don't feel we've got any other options. Yeah, 7's a good draw. Alright, Sanchku it is. So, chance of Sanchku is the plan. Have a pair of Wests, so we just need 9, 3, and 8 then, really. We don't have a lot of other options with it, but we're going to have to go with it. We're dealer, we're going to call aggressively. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure I do, but we're going to have to try it. Because I don't really have a lot else going for me right now. Okay, that's fine. We can work with that. Ishanten. I mean, heck, if we're extremely fortunate with this, draw the 8, we can reach. Alright, fine. Yes, I could have gone the other way with this and tried to make a genuine hand here, but fine. Come on, play the 8. Be nice. Eight man, 9 solar. Right, Tenpai. So deal a Tenpai for Chanter, Santaku, both open, +1, +2 Dora, as it would turn out. So it is Mangan if we get this. But a lot has to work for it. 5 more draws though. 5 more draws. We can do this with 5 more draws. All the 6s are gone as well, which does help us on the plan to get this. We see a lot of 7s and 8s. The second card, are we going to get any benefit out of that? Come on, flip 9 man. Flip 9 man. Not quite. I don't know. Doesn't feel it, but we'll do it anyway. Well, we can't even high tail for the 6. It's going to have to be a 9. But as I say, there's lots of 7s, lots of 8s played. Obviously the 9 is Dora, but there's so many indicators it should pass. Oh well, Mangan. In my last dealer turn, that is pretty much rock bottom then. Oh well. It was unlikely in any case. Unfortunately now we're just massively reliant on what cards we get dealt. Not going to happen. Oh dear. East does nothing for us because we're in the south round. Hatsu's been played. And of course. Alright. No, that's meaningless other than just extending the game a little bit. I guess we get an extra draw, so it's not entirely meaningless, but... That's the 7 pairs. Means I now need a Hanneman in order to actually overhaul at this point. And this does not look like a Hanneman hand. Actually, Mung and Sumo would do it. Yeah, Mung and Sumo is all we need. Still. At this point, we need maximum carnage. And we don't have that either, really. It's a good draw. Alright, so Carnage is open. Downside is there's nothing I can do with this unless I draw this last 9. Oh, there's other games ready. Sorry, I've been not paying attention. Right, let me just actually resolve this before I do this. Okay, Demo, Starfall, Shiryu, and Yarok, you are in, largely because you are on the top, so have a game. Alright, Prospero reaching from so far in the lead that it's kind of redundant. If we draw this last 9, we've at least got a shot at getting the Khan Reach, which I think is our best bet of doing anything at the moment. Alright, last 9, man. She reached for no value. Hey, Kandora, thank you very much. We even got one. Still in. We've hit Ura. We must have hit Ura. There's no way this is a Mangan. Yeah, we hit 3 Ura. Alright, well that actually is going to put us reasonably close to having a shot at getting into 2nd somehow out of this darn mess. But thanks for the Carnage. I'd mention the Carnage to reach, but you know. I tell people that enough and nobody listens. Okay. Job's not done yet. We still need another 2,300 points. We have Dora, so we're pretty much there. Anything plus Sumo plus Dora does it. So that's where we're looking. I realize I just got rid of West rather than Green, but yeah. I'm still partially tilting out from the whole other events of the rest of this game. Alright, we'll keep on with the dragons for the moment. Alright, so it has dragons. Meanwhile, the rest of the hand is advancing reasonably nicely, so that can become a set. Hopefully draw something connected to the 7. I don't need much luck, I just need a little luck here. So it looks like we can go for Tanyo if nothing else. Tanyo, Dora is enough. Yeah, you are massively well behind if that's what you're commenting on. It is on ultra low latency, so it should be reasonably good at the playback, but... Well, everyone's moving. South should be good to play. I still can't... No, can't the 8s anymore. Somebody else can do some carnage though. Which, again, I guess is kind of needless, but not going to complain at it. Didn't actually give us any benefit. Not with an open hand anymore. Ah. Discard of the pair. I'd say any high Sozu would be fine. Any low Sozu would probably be fine, actually. Let's put us into Tenpai on the 6, if nothing else. Yeah, that does it. We'll end in 3rd. I think, to be honest, that is me done for the evening. After that, you know what, fuck it, we'll play one more. Alright. Mono, Karma, Prospero, and myself. One more. I'm just going to end it like this. I probably shouldn't because I'm definitely not in... I'm in Tilt City right now, so goodness knows where I should be playing this. Alright, starting dealer with an absolutely phenomenal starting hand. Start with South. Into North. It's very fast, but is it fast enough? What if we keep getting given tiles that aren't related to what we're doing? Oh, god damn it. Alright, Karma's away. Play East at least. 6 extends things. The downside is we played 8 and 1, so that means any extension is going to be a bit problematic for us. That, though, potentially gives us Ipeiko into a 2-sided weight. Or at least a Riichi Ipeiko weight, if nothing else. Alright, Riichi Ipeiko as dealer. Let's go. Reach, Ipeiko, Ipatsu. Alright, dealer Mongan. That was definitely still tilting though, but I guess Prospero is still on a high from his 70,000. 80,000, however much he actually ended on. Okay. Let's keep things going then. That is ideal start. No North reset for us, but it's pair of Norths. Okay, this is looking good. And it's still a little bit messy, but we could try and force this to Honitsu if we wanted to. Even if we don't, we can hopefully get something around these and build on from it. Huzzah! Yeah, let's lean into what it seems to be wanting to go to. It's a bit of an awkward Honitsu this, but I can afford to try and bluff it as dealer. So nope, out up. Oh no, one is back. There you go. So really, this hand is a bit of a mess if we ignore things, but on the surface, this looks quite strong. Depends whether anyone wants to attack this, I guess. Interesting. So it's still a mess, but ultimately this 3 dot is a bluff. And since we have dragons, we don't actually need to have anything else from this. Unfortunately, even though it's a bluff, apparently people want to attack it anyway. Darn. As long as they know. Well, we can have Toy Story Dora at least. Toy Story Dragon Dora, which is still fine. The bluffing is going hard here, I'll be honest. That might not have been what I wanted to do. In fact, it probably wasn't what I wanted to do, but we're doing it anyway. If I can force a fold here, then I've done my job. He's got Dora free. Yep. We'll see. Oh, for God's sake. Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Oh well. South goes. When you're only up against the Dora free south from Karma, only up against the triple call where I would deign to Khan, clearly this is the time to go for it. And of course he gets Sumo. I mean, he had multiple Dora. Mostly self-inflicted, I think, but... Less I. Okay. Much I can really do there. I'm assuming you're talking about your game, and you're on playing with Yarok, so I imagine there's quite a few of them happening. Alright, we can get the 1-2 here. Gives ourselves a few more options with the 5-6-6-7. Also, technically puts us 2 from 7 pairs as a backup plan. Shanten 7 pairs. So 1 4 played, 1 5 played. No 5s and no 7s. 2 is also going to be a much better weight than 4, generally speaking. Until we draw a door, of course. Alright. Yeah, we can safety this if we want to. Getting a 7 or 5 all the door out of this is going to be really, really dodgy. Reach 7 pairs, door 2. Sumo for Hanneman. Come on, 8 pin. This, I'll admit, is a risk, but... But we sumo, it's a Hanneman. Mono plays it, we did... Yeah, Mono gets sumo. Didn't have them, so we would have played it. Has a Mungan anyway. Or a 4-hand hand anyway, not a Mungan. Into deal turn. Right, what wing can we get to knock Mono off the deal button? Not an easy one, but look at it. Draw a 7, draw a 3, and we have pin food, but it's a bit of an ask. Okay, air rates is better. We can make allowances with that. We put us into an 8-5 weight. Could also potentially this into Tanya. Down 5 red. Passed. We got 1. We're going to play definite for the first turn. We might reach from this white if we get it. Probably lose out on the deal in all honesty, but we'll go for it anyway. Could wait and try to go for pin through, I suppose. That's the other thing we could do. You also have possibility as a plan. That passing is useful. Okay. Maybe we'll force this into a possible thing. Depends how much time we've got, in all honesty. Could be none, could be loads. And that's leaning us towards none. Alright, Prospero Simmering with a smallish hand. Which is fine. Does close our gap to the dealer. We were kind of out at that point. Probably not actually out, but, you know, in terms of likely progressions, not a lot that works for us, I think. Against 2 Riichis anyway. Start with North. Not going to take the first one. We might take the second because our hand is just a mess. And we have Dora Dragon, so we are probably holding on to Dora Dragon come what may, but we'll see. Okay, good. It's developed enough at that point that we can have a go at it. Got any frees? That is not a free. So again, this is one of these weird situations where we know we're going to be into a dragon pair weight unless we end up drawing one. Alright, Mono's also played a free. Ishanten at worst then for Mono. Interesting, somebody can take that. And it does. Okay, Ishanten. Waiting on one of the frees, but we have double dragon. Fortunately, that's free played again. Well, if they play a third one, we're gonna take the win there. East Dora 2. But Mono has discarded 2 of the things. Will he discard a third? No. Of course not. Dora free. This is a good hand now. Depends on why Mono discarded a pair of free man. Wasn't from a triple. He was just starting to get rid of. That's for certain. Well, 3-6. So that's an uptick in available weights. Live white. Passed. Hoping the dragons are going to slow somebody down here, but still need to draw the winner ultimately. Wrong 6. Wrong 6, Mono. We need the 6 man off you. See? CG. Wrong 6. Alright, 2 more draws. We make it that far. Got down those pauses. Not quite the Riichi Patsu Haite Sumo, but could be. Well, let's hope we draw it, or Sumo. I just had a habit. I mean, I know we can't really do anything with that, and I don't want to call Vidora. Drawing the dragon in this position would be terrible, so I'm happy to just bypass it. I'd rather give as little information as possible. But yeah, if I were to draw the dragon go into a single weight, I feel that would probably be worse. Also, I don't know. If I think I've got to draw the tile, I just turn that on anyway, regardless of what hand I'm on, but... But hey, 17,000 to go. We are dealer. We have a possible Honitsu. East is done, so we'll get rid of that in a moment. Yes, we would like some more jam. Some jam would be very nice for us at the moment. I had Tenpai, and it was more like the more likely Tenpai was always going to be what I would take anyway. Just fortunate I drew it, in all honesty. And besides which, I don't think showing Dora free would have done anything for most of these players anyway. Yeah, okay. Well, at least we've got a safe tile for turn 1. Hope to draw a 7. Could potentially risk the green, I guess. Maybe go for Pintu Itsu. Dragon 6 makes this actually rather awkward, I've just realised. Oh well. Oh boy. The greed monster is here. We have 2 definite safe tiles, which we could do. Right, so if I call 4-5, that puts us into a 6 weight for Honitsu. Would I call anything from this? I mean, I might in this instance. We're not going to turn auto calls off in this case. That is why we don't turn auto calls off, but we've got to make the 5 pass now. Yeah. Agreed. I was hoping it wouldn't be such a good wait since it was reasonably early. Ah well. It was standby for a 2-sided weight, so yeah. Justified, just not correct. Alright, well this at least seems like a nice Tanyo hand to come back with, at least. I don't want to get very far with it, I don't think, admittingly, but... I suppose if we now draw a 7, we can break that up, make it into Tanyo pin 2. Tanyo pin 2, hope... Tanyo pin 2, hope for some more stuff. Yes, but I was dealer. And that was for the lead. No, let's not take that. Alright, have a red. Kind of hoping we can kill off the Sanchku side of things this, but yeah. It was still a 5. I could have waited. I could have tried. I could have stuck based on the 5 discard, but yeah. Greed monster. I saw the lead. It was there. It was possible. Now we are a bit far back. We've no dealer turns left, so we're gonna have to pick up a win somewhere. Yeah. Well, I guess that doesn't change much, so we'll just play the 8. The real hope is that I can connect these up. Tampi and Sanchku would be a comeback from here. No. Because while Tampi and Sanchku is the high-end value for what we're wanting, the more likely thing is just take the Tinfu, which has happened. Alright, pursuit reach. Well, it's still playing middle Manzu, which is interesting. Prospero's got his gun back on me then. Alright. Let's keep climbing down that ladder. And by climbing, I mean plummeting down it. Alright. No, I wouldn't say minor right now. South Pass, thankfully, because that was the only time I could really get rid of that. Green Dragon still has, well, was about as risky. Thankfully now we passed that as well. Beyond that, it's just rushing towards something that actually will finish without having carnage issues. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, that makes it slightly worse. Dura. So we might end up in a pair weight, which wouldn't be the greatest of them looking at this. Maybe a couple of 9s and try and head that off early. Yeah, we'll cut the 9 here. There's a chance this is going to backfire on us, but we'll see. Backfire, I mean draw the 5. Okay. 3 safe tiles, let's go. Alright, didn't have time for it. Dragon 2 for 39. Puts us back in the second, so okay. He's going to drop down to 4th relatively quickly, but hey. Alright, this is Mono's dealer turn. This is our last chance to really get anything significant to upset the balance and take the lead. If we get a high sumo here, Hanneman sumo would be what we want. That does not look like a Hanneman sumo. Well, we'll see how it develops. But we're going to need a bit of help with this one. Mono apparently is giving us that help. We just hit another Condor. So, still quite a way away from anything complete, but hey, an extra door is an extra door. 2 door, 2 sets of Condor. Never know. Alright, so dragon and push, I guess. I wonder if we should try and force this into 10, yeah. Be a bit awkward from here, I think, but yeah. No West goes. I mean, they were out anyway, but fine. So definitely Tempai. Double door though. Alright, so now we're on Toy Toy and things. Any opportunity to call things, we're going to do it. I was contemplating whether Mono's gone for something chancer. He does like going for those every now and then. I mean, the downside of our pairs is that they are all middle pairs, with the exception of the 8s. Well, didn't matter. Big win goes to Prospero, so that's going to probably kill off our chances of hitting second unless we are extremely fortunate with the way the points have lined up. Okay, so if we can take 4,000 points off Mono, we actually will be able to take this into a West round. Failing that, we need to win with a Hanneman Sumo. Hanneman by itself will be enough to get us into... yeah, Hanneman by itself will get us into a into second. So that is what we have to do, and the easiest way for us to get there, I guess, is getting the rest of the Souths. Can't help too, depending on what camps it comes up here. Yeah, I think I've already discarded. Perfect. Too much carnage around here for my liking, I'll be honest. Good draw. And 2 Souths are gone, so my chance of getting double South is done. So Riichi, Ipeiko, Tinfu, Mangan. Looks like our best route at the moment. Get them off of Mono, and we have the Hanneman we need. Alright, Karma Sumo is not the worst. It at least doesn't change anything other than puts me into last place and absolutely needing things now. So now we need something, but it doesn't change the overall equations, at least not on our end. Still need a Hanneman. And again, this doesn't look like a Hanneman. Playing South and South round, which again I should really be keeping that, but yeah. $2,200 door in hand. We can at least get ourselves back up to third. Okay. H does not a lot. So 472 white, and 7 is the Riichi tile. I'm going to have to play a free so to make this work, but hey. At this point I've got no options, we're going to go for it. It was risky, not denying that. Pursuit Reach white 2. Not the best of Pursuit Reaches, but you know. I need 3,000 to get over. There's enough points on there, and we sumo. There we go. I gain my Reach sticks. We gain third. Reach back to Sumo Door. 7-9. Won't put me above Prospero. No, I did put me above Prospero, actually. Nice. I hadn't quite factored on that. I thought I actually didn't get that, but hey. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that means I go above, what, 10? Plus 10 for the entire evening? No, actually, no, I Actually, probably still got negative because that negative in third position was terrible. Anyway, I am definitely calling it a stream there. I probably went on 2 games longer than I was supposed to anyway. Hey, it happened. Alright. I will call that a stream here. Thanks for joining us again. Don't worry, it happens, and we've all got our frustrations with it at the moment. I've got to be honest, I've not been enjoying my Mahjong as of late. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining us all. I will be back here next week, I'm sure. So I will see you then. Ta-ra.